What is going on, buddy?
Hello.
It is Pixmarters here, and welcome back to Danganronpa another. When we left off,
Mush.
the trial has begun.
It has.
And we are marching our way forwards through all the evidence that we have. And pretty much wound back up to square one, essentially, with it. But we have all the info out there, most of the info out there. And we're putting us together to be able to find the answer about the bathroom thing. And we're gonna get there. Because we know that's because the hook and the weird thing, everyone get ready to get dizzy.
Because normally it would like go around the room at like everybody's sprites, but
the hook, that's the one that we want. Because I assume the hook. And then
the way to hang the body from the outside. Is that really possible? What if the culprit used a tool for it?
I mean, I could definitely agree with that.
Yeah. Maybe the culprit had a tall height?
Not that.
Yeah. They must have climbed up the wall.
Not quite that. Like Spider-Man.
Yeah. It's a kind of stunt. Satsuki can do it too. Oh
my god.
She can crawl on the walls.
Hey, we're being serious here. I think the tool's the one I would agree with.
Yeah, with the hook.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Now let's think closely. There's still a possibility the guy is the culprit. The body could be hung without entering the restroom. That proved the culprit could be a guy too. Don't struggle on your own. There's definitely something. If you think of it, there's another object attached to the rope.
The hook, yep. We just like seeing all the text. That's why we do that.
Yeah, and it doesn't actually harm us.
It kind of does, but like not.
Well, it's the focus, and then we get it right back afterwards. Good, good.
Hey, consent.
Let's go. Thankfully, we played Danganronpa before because they did not talk about that thing at all.
No. All right.
That's it, Ayame. You can use a tool.
A tool? But how?
I almost forgot. The tool that was tied to the rope. It's right here. Do you see it? Looks like a hook to me.
Just in all caps all the time.
A hook? The rope had something like that?
I'm starting to get impressed by the extent of you guys' stupidity. But Useless made a good point this time. You're right. Looks like you got it correct.
Can you not call me useless then? So what about the hook? The culprit must have thrown this hook with the rope attached to connect it to the pipe on the ceiling. That way the rope is all set. Afterwards, they can tie the other end to Kyoka's neck and push her body inside. Wouldn't that be possible to do without actually entering the woman's restroom?
Yes, it is! This is our answer. Oh.
Hold on. Look how the rope is tied to the pipe.
See, he's being sus again.
It's been twined several times around the pipe. Is it possible to do that with that heavy-looking hook on the rope?
What?
Oh, he's right.
He's French now?
Oui, it's fastened by the hook, but the rope went around several times. I know it's nearly impossible to tie a rope like that when there's a hook attached.
What the? You said it. You said it like it's possible.
That's why the culprit used another tool to secure the rope onto the pipe.
Oh.
Another.
Is that where the rubber cement comes in?
How would that work?
I don't know.
That's the big empty spot, was figuring out how the fuck that all plays into this. I cannot for the life of me think of it, but what is that another tool? Seems like Makaru was the only one who realized what it is. Well, can you tell us, Makaru?
Like how I realized. I knew it from the very beginning. And if you're trying to sound me out, quit it. I already said that I have no plans to offer any help.
That's crazy.
Besides, it looks like Useless over there got hold of it anyway. Why don't you ask him?
Well, me?
Yuki, can you tell us the answer?
Well, it's,
Oh, you didn't? Sorry about that. I guess that question was too hard for your non-functional brain.
Jesus Christ. I won't forgive myself if I don't get an answer after hearing that.
Have some water.
Water's not been enough on that one. In fact, I'm sure that I can if I found that object during the investigation, didn't I? The tool within the hook that was used to secure the rope from the outside. That tool was... I mean, the only thing that I can really think of
Is the
burst rubber ball. That's all that we have.
yeah.
I can't
But,
wait to see how this works.
Yeah, I don't know how that is a thing.
Good, and one more thing. There was a key piece of evidence that can prove this tool is involved in the crime.
Because, like, you think that if it was used that way, the liquid would be on the rope that's on the pipe, right?
I think it depends on how it was used. I don't know, and I need someone to big brain this for me.
Yeah. Because that's the only part of this case that I am stumped on.
My brain is not big enough to do it. I really am useless right now, so... I got it. I figured out the other tool used by the culprit.
Because I just thought that, you know, it would be like a grappling hook where it was just swings around and then hooks onto the pipe, but...
Yeah, but it's the rubber ball. Rubber ball? What's a rubber ball? Oh, my boy. It's like a bouncy ball. Have you ever played with them when you were young? It's full of some kind of viscous liquid that makes it bounce back up when it hits the floor.
Is it?
Not all bouncy balls. Oh, I know. I made some improvements to it and sold it overseas under the name Hyperball.
Oh.
Did I tell y'all that it's still selling great? How is it relevant to the case? You better tell us quick, Yuki. Okay, I figured out that the way the rubber ball was used in the murder just now. After Sugi said the culprit used another tool to set the rope in place, I tried to relate the act of winding the rope with the circumstances of the murder. I think we can be certain about the culprit using a hook since I found one on the pipe. But as Mitch pointed out, it's possible to wind the rope like that with the hook alone. Putting the hook after setting up the rope wasn't a choice either, because there's no way to get the rope around the pipe by itself. Besides, they'd have to step inside to attach the hook. That's why the culprit used a rubber ball. The reason that the culprit tied the rope to around the rubber ball.
Huh?
Okay.
Before using the hook, the culprit tied the rope around the rubber ball?
Okay. So here's what they're about to say. This is wild, but I think I've now got it. Okay, I want you to just imagine for me here. I'm gonna do it physically for Allie. So imagine to me, in one hand you have like the whole spool of rope, and you've got the end of it. No hook on it right now, all right?
Right.
And on your left hand, you have the rubber ball. Okay.
Yeah.
You take the rubber ball and you tie it to the end of the rope, so you have the rope head and a rubber ball. What you then do is you throw the rope over the top pipe with the rubber ball so that the ball bounces against the back of the wall and bounces back towards the entrance. And you do that about 5 or 6 times to get the rope around. Then you take that away, put the hook on for the final one, and throw and wrap that around. That's my thought on how this is going to have to work.
But how do you tie a rope around a ball?
With a lot of determination.
Like, that would take a lot of, like, meticulous...
Here we go.
Yep.
So before they tied the rope around the rubber ball, then they threw it inside the restroom between the pipe and the ceiling to be more exact. Yeah, like that. That way the ball would hit the wall and bounce back towards where it started. If you repeat this multiple times, you get the rope around the pipe with the ball returned to the entrance every time.
Look at you go.
I got it right as they started to reveal a little bit, but all's left is to remove the ball and tie the hook to throw it on the pipe. But the court probably faced something that wasn't part of their plan here. The rubber ball burst because of the pressure from rebounding off the wall.
Yeah.
It spilled its contents all over the wall and the floor, which is still left at the scene. That's how the culprit tied the rope without going inside the girls' restroom. The hook and the rubber ball were used to make it look like it was done from the inside.
Oh, so that must have been the stinky liquid on the wall.
Well said, Yuki. I agree with you. Well, if our ultimate police officer says so, I guess he's right. Everyone, did you notice something after getting to this point? Notice what? Think closely. We were talking about the possibility of a man being the culprit. But don't you think it should be the opposite after going through all this? Wait!
What?
Wait! Opposite?
Huh?
My explanation involving the hook that the ball was...
And the ball.
And the ball was to prove that it's possible for a guy to be the culprit. But if the opposite of that is true, that means...
The culprit doesn't want to come. Interesting.
Was I fucking onto something here?
Where it's just like to make it look like a guy tried to do it? What?
No, this doesn't sound right. Let's focus. Maybe prove the possibility to tie the rope outside of the hints. The culprit avoided entering the restroom. That's because. Was that a weird translation thing?
Oh no.
Culprit is a man?
Yeah, okay, but the way that it was worded made it sound like it was a woman.
I think that was a weird translation thing that threw us for a loop there for a second. That's right. We were going to the opposite direction ever since.
We lost health because of that, didn't we?
No, it was focus, which replenishes after each little round there.
Okay.
Opposite direction? What are you talking about? We thought that the culprit was a girl, so we thought of a way to hang Kyoko. From outside.
We thought of a way?
Yeah, that's what's from outside the restroom based on the assumption, what if a guy could be the culprit as well? Turns out that wasn't the case. It's very unlikely that the culprit is among the girls.
What?
Did I misread the fucking thing?
No,
that's
it's
there?
very unlikely that the culprit is among the girls.
The killer is definitely a man.
But before that, they were making it sound like it wasn't a man.
Yeah, I got a little. It's fun. We'll keep rolling.
Yeah.
What? It wasn't me.
I wish there was a history thing to look at.
Hey, how so? Why is it sudden like that? Think about what we just went through. The culprit undoubtedly used the hook and the rubber ball to connect the rope to the ceiling. Now, suppose the culprit was a woman. Would there be a reason for her to use such complicated measures when she could have simply stepped inside and tied the rope directly?
Yeah, that's what we were saying. That makes sense. The culprit had to do it without going inside the restroom.
Furthermore, even if the culprit was a woman and had to use the hook and rubber ball for some reason, they would have been able to clean the stain on the wall afterwards.
Yeah.
Right, as I mentioned before, the culprit probably didn't expect the rubber ball to burst. To clean the liquid off the wall, they needed to get inside the restroom.
But they couldn't, because guys can't enter the girls' restroom.
I can't say with absolute certainty, but it's the most reasonable explanation we can think of. There would be no reason for the culprit to intentionally leave traces of the murder scene. I mean, the liquid stain on the wall was a big hint for figuring out how the ball was used by the culprit.
Ha! That automatically gives us girls an alibi, right? Plus, even better, Yuki, Teruya, Haruhiko, Mitsuhiro, Tsurugi, Kenji, and Kakeru. We know one of them's gotta be it.
Hold on, what if the culprit was a woman and tried to make us think this way? Oh, don't have me thinking along your logic.
Yeah.
I highly doubt it. The reason the culprit hanged Kyoko in the first place was to make us think that a woman did it.
Yeah, otherwise they would have no reason to do
Yeah.
that. Oh, so it had nothing to do with disguising it as a suicide from the start? Indeed, everything was to lead us to thinking that a woman is the culprit. In other words, the culprit wanted us to think that way.
So they wouldn't become a suspect. All because the culprit himself was a man. Everything's connected now.
I found it strange to find the rope on Miss Maki's neck being too loose. In retrospect, I didn't see that was the case because the culprit didn't intend to make it look like a suicide at all. I can't believe it took this long for you to reach that point. What's up with you talking like you already knew all this stuff? Because I already knew. What? I already have everything worked out. Who the culprit is, why they killed, anything you could possibly think of.
Oh my god.
What? And you just stood there in silence when you had all the answers? How many times will I have to repeat this? I have absolutely no reason to help you out.
I mean, yes you do.
Yeah, you do.
Mikaru, this isn't a competition. If you don't share what you know and we end up voting for the wrong person, you're going to die too.
Of course I'll share my knowledge when it gets to that. But even without me, you still have Tsurugi Kinjo over there to help you. And Useless, you're getting pretty close to the truth too. I was actually surprised. Perhaps you weren't completely useless after all, monkey.
Oh, I've upgraded. Great. Monkey?
At least you got a name that's a noun now.
Yeah. Oh my god. Gee, she's real smug. Well, she's always been like that. We should ignore what she says and keep moving on.
Yuki returned to monkey.
Oh my god.
Sure, I believe you left off from saying the culprit is a man. I wonder who it is.
Wow, she must be really excited by the tables turning.
Although we now know that the killer is among the men, we still need to specify one person out of 7. Is there any kind of clue to narrow down the list? Well, if Miss Makaru is able to work out the culprit's identity, there must be a clue pointing to the killer somewhere.
The problem is we don't know what that clue is. Sergey, a little help here? A little help here? There's something that can nail the killer?
You keep forgetting his accent because it's so close to Haru's.
I do have something in mind, but you shouldn't rely on me for everything. All of you should figure out the case by yourself and understand the reason behind our final verdict.
Wrong voice.
What? No, I went deeper for his.
You did?
Yeah.
I thought it was deeper than that. Kyoka.
Hey, y'all, any ideas about the culprit?
Well, nothing in particular, I suppose. We're almost there. We know that the culprit is one of the guys.
Just to remind y'all, it's not me.
That reaction is making you look even more suspicious.
Just like you from a while ago.
What'd you just say?
Nothing, sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Wasn't that out of character, Kizuna?
Since most of you seem to be having trouble with this, let me suggest going around. How about we all think of something else first?
Oh, like what? Such as?
Don't you want to know why Kyoka died? Why Kyoka had to die?
Of course we do. Kyoka was always full of spirit and a nice friend to us. She didn't deserve to die.
To begin with, 2 people were indirectly involved in Kyoka's death.
Yeah. 2 people? Are you implying that there are 2 culprits?
Not quite, but
No.
someone's about to feel real fucking bad right now.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not saying these 2 took part in murder, but they heavily influenced the events leading up to Kyoka's death. The point is, Kyoka died as a result of someone's mistake and the culprit's misjudgment that stemmed from it. Mistake and misjudgment?
Haru's mistake with the nameplates,
Yeah.
and then the culprit, thinking that was Kinjo here.
I need the help of a certain someone to explain this. Yuki, could you help me out? Me? I want to check something. Can I pause here? No, I can't. So,
Nope.
oh boy, we're going to be here for... Do you remember the conversation we had in the hallway? The one over the nameplates. Oh, you mean that one? Yeah, you told me that you know who caused that change in the nameplates. I don't have knowledge regarding this matter, so I'd like for you to provide us the context. Hello? I've got zero ideas what you 2 are talking about.
You almost sound like Monokuma for a second.
Maybe he is.
No.
Oh, okay, I'll explain it to
What
everyone.
if he is the mastermind?
Yesterday, while all of us were in shock after Monokuma showed us the motive, there was a minor incident that happened. The people who know about the incident are me, Haru, and Satsuki. And finally, Kyoka.
Oh yeah, because Satsuki was there too. I forgot.
Huh?
They don't look like they know it though.
Haru, Satsuki, did you forget what happened for nighttime yesterday? With the nameplates? Oh, that. I'm pressing another button here to check if they move the menu button around. Nope.
Nope.
All right.
Oh, you mean the thing with Haru's triple spin?
Yeah, would you mind explaining to us what happened back then? I think there's something you didn't know about it. I'll tell you when we get there. Okay. Oh boy. Time to bust out the nameplates.
God, yeah, Haru's about to feel real bad about this.
Bro's about to have a character change.
Uh-huh. God, can you imagine being in his position?
No.
Yeesh. And the fact that, that group...
Last night, me, Satsuki, and Kyogi were handing out together distractions. I can't stop having such on the motive. Then I accidentally fell down and broke the nameplates. We didn't break them. Well, yeah, you did.
Yeah,
break
he
them, actually,
did.
yeah.
It was real funny to watch. Triple spin.
When I was freaking out over damaged school property, Monokuma showed up and said that he won't punish me since it was an accident and left me with a new set of... I went into the country thing for this.
Yeah, you did. He told Haru to put the new nameplates back where they belong.
I hate my voices. Now I can...
So Haru put them back in the right place and the rest of us went to bed.
No, I hit the wrong button. I got it. I nailed it, so we wouldn't even take a little thing at the end there.
Nice.
But yeah, sorry about interrupting your theory. I couldn't. The game goes on its own.
Oh,
there.
it does? I thought the arrow meant that you hit it.
No, it's about fast forwarding through. I don't control that. No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's a way for you to auto go forward, but it is timed kind of like the old game is. So,
well, now I don't remember what I was going to say, so.
I'm sorry, I don't remember either, but no, Satsuki, there's something wrong with what you just said.
Oh, now I remember.
Okay, now you can say.
It wasn't a theory, it was just an observation of the fact that Satsuki, I think Kyoka is the one that died.
Yes.
And Haru, those three were like a little friend group.
Yeah.
So the fact that Haru was the indirect cause to one of their little friend group's deaths.
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to hit even harder. And I wonder if Satsuki is going to view Haru any differently because of that. Or
well,
if
no, because Satsuki was involved in it too, so I think she would feel bad.
No, because Satsuki did not put them back in the wrong place. That's what I'm saying.
No, but if she didn't decide to play around, then none of that would have happened in the first place.
Yeah, I don't know.
Both of them are at fault for causing this situation, but
Haru more so.
Yeah.
Oh, what's wrong?
Although Haru did put the nameplates back, he didn't know that he made a mistake while doing so. But Yuki, that's... He forgot where the two nameplates originally were, so he put the new ones in the wrong place. Excuse me.
What? He forgot about something that was right in front of him seconds ago? Well, no, because he had left and went back. Yeah.
Oh, he went to the restroom before putting them back, so I think he got confused somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. Okay. I get how much of an idiot Haruhiko is. How is that related to Kyoka's murder?
That'd be because the two nameplates Haruhiko had to replace belonged to Tsurugi Kinjo and Kyoka Maki. Right, Yuki?
So
yeah,
you...
right. Kyoka's room was next to mine and Tsurugi's was next to hers. But because Haru thought the other way around, the nameplates on their doors were switched.
But alternatively, he did end up saving the police officer.
Yeah.
Kinjo. Kinjo, is that his name?
That's his last name, yeah.
Yeah. He ended up saving him. So. Yeah. But still, his friend is like... They seemed closer than, you know... Mr. Kobashikawa, was it your intent to do so?
Anyway, Haru, shouldn't you already know? We talked about the nameplates being switched when we were investigating. Well, I did, but I just wanted to avoid unnecessary suspicion.
Avoid suspicion? Don't tell me you're the culprit, Haruhiko.
No, I'm not, I swear. This is exactly why I didn't say it. Why would we think you're suspicious? Just a couple of nameplates. I don't think they're that much related to Kyoka's death anyway. Yes, they are related. Much related, in fact.
Determined who got the note.
No, you couldn't explain what that means to us. I said earlier the two people are connected to the murder. One of them is Haruhiko for switching the nameplates, and the other person is...
Yeah.
Me. Huh?
Because he was the intended culprit.
Yeah.
Mr. Kinjo. Sorry. Have you an indirect connection with the murder of Miss Maki? May I ask you to elaborate on that?
It's true. Let's see, where should I start? How about we all get a grasp on the culprit's intention first? Things went as the culprit originally planned, the person who have a portrait here would have been... me.
Oof, that's a way to put it.
That statement sounds somewhat far-fetched. How come you would have died instead of Kyoka?
But really?
Do you remember the torn note that Yuki read to us a while ago? I was able to comprehend what the culprit was aiming for after seeing that note. Kyoka got that note from the culprit and headed to the laundry room at the designated time.
It was a trap.
There, she was assaulted and murdered by the culprit. Everyone's clear on this, right? Then let me ask. How do you think Kyoka got the note? How she got the note? Well, maybe one of us casually handed it over to her? Kyoka wouldn't have known that the person who gave the note would come after her back then. From whom? Where? How? Did any of you ever see Kyoka getting a note from someone? No, besides there wasn't any time for that. After we got out of the audio-visual room, Kyoka stayed with me and Satsuki until she went to her room for the night. Wait! Then Kyoka got the note between 10 p.m. last night to her term of death, which is 6 a.m. this morning. Right. Kyoka went inside her room as soon as it became nighttime. She couldn't have gotten the note while talking face to face with someone.
Mm-hmm.
That leaves us with only one possibility.
And putting it under the door.
She got the note while she was inside her room. But you can't go in someone else's room unless you got the key to the owner's permission. Yes, but there is a way to give her a note without opening the door. What? But that'd be like magic, really.
Really?
How?
Bro, that's... Come on.
At this point, it's like, how the fuck could he have the idea of putting her in the woman's room? God.
Panic.
A way to slip a note inside a room without opening the door.
But also,
or
I
being
think
seen
he's
by the
faking
owner.
that. Because he's like, but how could that happen? What do you mean?
Maybe. That should be pretty simple. Something that any clever kid could think of. Let's think about it. Any clever kid could think of this. If I stay calm and keep brainstorming, it will come to my mind.
Oh, the Hangman's Gambit is about to start. Would you like to hear more?
Please, but also can I pause here? Oh my god, the bee canceled it. Oh, fuck.
Evan.
No, I was trying to see if there's a menu to pause the game and fucking say.
You know what? That's when you should have just Googled it. Wait. Huh?
It's gonna be gap. The gap under the door.
Gee.
But I'm trying. There we go.
And then get it.
Okay, it has to be very specific. All right.
Well, luckily we've played these games before.
Yeah.
Still haven't seen that season.
I wish there was a pause button here somewhere.
Yeah.
That's an FPS counter.
You keep hitting that one. You think you would remember
Restarting? No, don't restart
Evan,
the game.
oh my god.
And then that's a settings thing. That doesn't actually save the game. Fuck, that sucks.
Yeah, it does.
That's it, the gap. Even when the door is fully closed, there's a gap between the bottom of the door and the threshold.
The gap.
We gotta go to the gap, everybody. That's ours. You have to slip a note through.
I don't shop there. So after I only shop at American Eagle. So after nighttime, the culprit left the note inside Miss Maki's room through that gap.
Right, there'd be no one out in the hallway after nighttime, and Kyoko would still be awake. Adding a message like "Don't exit your room" to keep Monokuma from noticing would have easily dealt with the chances of Kyoko seeing the note coming in and opening the door. That way the sender won't have to reveal himself while still getting the message across. This inequality of information between the culprit and Kyoko made her more vulnerable to deception. You know, it was pretty bold of him to do that. What if Kyoko didn't show up or brought other people with her? The note probably requested her to come alone to prevent such occurrences.
Yeah, because we don't have the whole thing.
Like a couple of the reasons she won't be able to ignore. From the fact I mentioned the absence of cameras, it must have been something Monokuma shouldn't know about. A way out, for instance.
That would get my attention too.
Why would any of us refuse to go if someone offers to tell you a way to escape?
Yeah. Well, I'd go, yes. True, I would have gone as well.
Hey, the culprit sneaked the note into her room. I get that, but how exactly is that you and Haru's fault? Think closely. Most people here didn't know about Haruhiko switching the nameplates until it was said in the trial or noticed it after the murder occurred. Which means, at the time of the murder, the culprit was unaware of the fact either.
Wait, does that mean the fact that was... Were they all in their rooms already? When the nameplates were incorrectly put back? Because if not, and... God, I keep forgetting his name. Police officer guy.
Yeah, I don't,
If he would have, like, gone into the room and not noticed, I feel like he would have felt bad.
I think you're overthinking this.
It's
just the fact that nameplates are switched.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of
target.
a way that why else he would... whatever.
Because he's supposed to be the target. Like,
Yeah,
that's why
yeah,
he's,
yeah.
like, responsible, quote-unquote, in a way.
Oh!
I see. For that reason, you considered yourself and Haruhiko to be at fault.
Listen, I'm used to having to overthink with these games, okay?
For those of you who haven't got it yet, we're saying that the culprit killed Kyoko because of a confusion. Confusion? Like me?
No.
What? So it ties back to what Tsurugi said earlier. Alright, I think I know it now. The indirect influence Haru had over Kyoko's death. Haru switched the nameplates by mistake, and the culprit slipped the note inside the room without knowing they were switched. And the culprit intended target was...
Tsurugi! That's his name.
Tsurugi. That's right, the culprit never intended to murder Kyoko. The real person he wanted to kill was Tsurugi.
That makes sense. The killer saw Tsurugi's nameplate on the door and left a note there. But the room was actually Kyoka's. Does that mean Tsurugi would have died if Haruhiko didn't switch the nameplates?
Yes, that's why I said Haruhiko and I indirectly caused Kyoka's death. Kyoka, it's all because I was an idiot. It's all because I was dumb enough to mix up those stupid nameplates.
Dumb idiot.
Dumb idiot, stupid, such a dumb idiot.
Calm down, Haruhiko. It's not your fault.
Stupid.
Stop,
Okay,
Evan,
sorry.
no. Even if you put the nameplates correctly, Tsurugi would have been in danger.
I could have predicted myself. I'm a policeman. It's my duty to ensure everyone's safety. It was careless enough to let Kyoka die. I should have died rather than failing in my duty like this.
There was literally nothing he could have done, though.
Yeah?
So, I get the implications of, just the fact that he was the one who was being targeted anyway. So.
Yeah.
But please don't say that. Every person's life must be treated with extreme regard.
That is why I cannot forgive the culprit. Not that murderers ever deserve forgiveness, but him killing one of our close friends was absolutely unforgivable. Yeah, I feel the same too. But how am I supposed to take that one of us as that cruel, cold-blooded killer?
So?
Well, what do you mean by so?
Can't you think now's the time to say it? The identity of the culprit. The culprit? Didn't you solve everything you need to? The fact that the culprit is a man, the way he hanged the body without entering the restroom, how and why he called Kyokamaki and killed her. Isn't the culprit fairly obvious at this point?
Oh, man.
Well, while we did figure out most of the major details, I don't believe we ever brought up that matter before. Jeez, you guys still don't know. How long are you going to make me wait here? I think my legs are starting to hurt. How about you say it yourself if you know so much? Huh, why should I? There's people like Tsurugi Kinjo out there anyway.
Tsurugi? Do you know who the culprit is?
He did say that he knew, yeah.
Yes, I do. Actually, I already knew who it was well before the trial started.
Ooh, that's our ultimate police!
What I thought back then was more like an educated guess. Now that I went through these discussions in the trial, I'm confident with what I got. Man, that's epic. How'd you know? I still don't have a clue! I'll try to make it easy for everyone to understand. The only thing I can go with, isn't Mitch like the ultimate soccer player? And very talented with the bouncy ball, so
he
maybe that's the
kicked it.
logic. I'll try to make it easy for everyone to understand.
Which would explain why it fucking burst.
Maybe.
Instead of a normal person throwing it.
Yeah, I think that's because I was going to make a joke of what strength to do that.
Because it's a rubber ball, which...
I'm going to sneeze, I think, at some point. Keep talking.
Rubber is durable. Normally throwing it would not,
Yeah.
burst it.
So, let's go back to when we were talking about the hook and the rubber ball. You all know how the culprit used them, right? Of course, the culprit tied a rope to the rubber ball and set it around the pipe a few times, then threw the hook on to secure the rope. All was to make it seem like it was done from the inside.
Also, who else could fucking snipe it through above the bar but below the ceiling?
Yeah. The rubber ball was the decisive factor in my deduction for the culprit.
If I had a nickel for every time a sports player involving a ball was the murderer
Oh my God.
in the first trial of a game, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Do you remember Yuki explaining earlier that the rubber ball burst because it couldn't overcome the pressure? Probably due to the accumulated damage from the repeated collisions with the wall.
Is his execution gonna be multiple hits from soccer balls?
And here's the question. How much pressure do you think is needed to pop a rubber ball?
A lot. Well, it will depend on which kind you're talking about, but probably a lot?
Yep, I'll tell you, something that pops too easily will be worthless as a bouncy ball.
That's true, yeah.
Right, normal levels of pressure can't leave a single scratch on it, much less make it burst. But the rubber ball still burst, just by bouncing a few times off the wall. That's kind of strange. Was the rubber ball old? When I saw the rubber ball, it was still glossy and shining all over despite its condition. I dare say it was brand new. I'm not done yet. Though it didn't place emphasis on this earlier, think about it. Would it be easy to make a ball go over the pipe, through the little space between it and the ceiling, bounce off the wall,
Whoa.
excuse me, and roll back towards the end? That was the demons leaving me. Roll back towards the entrance. Especially when the culprit couldn't afford to fail even once because he was a man.
Yeah, because then it would be like
Yeah, if he
stuck
lost
in
the
there.
ball,
Oh,
it'd be like,
God.
shit.
I believe it would be a challenge. I don't possess the skills for it in the first place, but even if I did, I won't be able to do it because of the pressure.
Fully agreed. Someone used to performing
Uh-huh.
under pressure,
Uh-huh.
like an athlete. But the culprit chose to take that challenge and succeeded nonetheless. That wasn't just a matter of guts. He had the confidence and ability to assure his success.
In short, the culprit has the ability to throw a ball exactly where he wants to.
It's more than the accuracy. Not only did the culprit have precise control over where to land the ball, but also the strength to burst it open.
But I don't think anyone out of the guys look like they have that much strength and accuracy. Judging by his muscles, maybe Kakeru does?
With my daily muscle training, it would be certainly possible for me to burst a rubber ball with my strength.
But you're not looking at the right muscles.
However, just to be clear,
Oh my God.
I cannot be the culprit.
Jesus Christ.
I can even score a goal right below the basket.
Okay.
Wow, what an admission.
Then how did the killer pull off those tricks? Was he secretly the ultimate baseball player?
No, stop. No, I think you guys are missing something. I said the culprit made the rubber ball go over the pipe, not through it.
Uh-huh. You see how someone's being very quiet right now, by the way?
How can you make the ball go over the pipe without throwing it?
But wait, I think there is a way.
How do you even do that? Superpowers?
Terria, come on, buddy. You use your one brain cell. No, you can kick it with your foot. Oh, right. Rubber balls are small enough to hold with one hand, so I was naturally thinking that the culprit threw it.
Huh? Hold on a second. Kicking with your foot? I knew I had the answer when I reached that point. Seemed like some of you got there too.
Yeah, since we had no idea how the ball fit into it,
That really didn't help
we
either, yeah.
couldn't make that connection. But like, I just had a bad feeling about Mitch anyway. So
Yeah, I didn't like his vibes. I wanted him gone. What I'm thinking is right. The culprit is... But why? Why did he...
want to get rid of? Was it Tsurugi?
Yeah.
Why did he want to get rid of him specifically?
I'm still not getting it. Who was it? Can someone just tell me the answer? Yuki, you know who it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Looking at your facial expression, I got the feeling that you finally reached the truth. You helped me out a lot with the hook and the nameplate, so how about you say it for us? The mastermind behind all of this. Kyoka's murderer.
Yuki.
Tsurugi's right. I know the culprit. I really did figure it out. There's only one person who could have done everything we talked about before. I want to convince myself that I'm wrong, but this is something I have to do. I must do this.
Here we go.
Can I also save yet? No.
Nope.
That sucks. Okay. I hope that because technically the chapters like 2 through 6 are different executable. I hope there's a way to save in the middle of the trials if they get longer than this, because yeah, bless you. The person that came up with this plan and murdered Kyoka, Mitch. It was you, right? Mitch the Pitch Johnson. What?
More like Mitch the bitch. Whoa.
That's rough. Suspended?
What?
Does that give me a chance to save?
Please? It's just doing this.
Oh,
Save
so
progress.
it's kind of like a in-between thing.
Nice.
All right. I'll go ahead and save the progress here finally.
Maybe on... Okay,
boy.
never mind. I thought you were going to try to use more than one
Well, no,
spot.
technically it's because this is the one I used when we started
Yeah.
the episode. So, you know, if I need to go back to the other one
True,
is set
true,
for that
true.
also. You know, the background stuff in case I fucking forget to hit record or some
boy.
bullshit as I've done before. If you know, you know.
Uh-huh.
But we made some progress. We've uncovered who the culprit is. And we're going to start fucking destroy him.
And he's gonna be freaking out, trying to defend his innocence.
And we're gonna send his ass to the gulag. Next time.
I knew it was him because he was the biggest asshole out of everybody.
Yeah.
Like he just literally everyone else was like, oh man, this sucks, and he's just like, I want to get out of here.
I wonder how they're going to handle executions in this game, because I don't think they really had. Animation is complicated. They've had very specific, like the camera zooms with things.
It's probably going to be more like a storyboarding type thing.
It could be. That still takes a lot. That's a lot of art pieces to make. But I think that could be possible.
It doesn't have to be a lot of images. It could just be, a few. Yeah.
I'm very interested to see how that'll work in this game. Yeah, it's very interesting. Fucking got your ass, Mitch.
Yep. Yeah, I'm so glad it's him and not anyone else.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
I don't.
I mean, I feel bad for wanting someone dead, but like.
It is true. But at least we get rid of someone, so we have the rest of our,
But this just means.
Sasuke at all costs.
This just means that everyone else is gonna suck to die. So.
Welcome back to the killing game genre,
yeah,
Great.
I already have favorites, and it's bad.
Classic.